The plan this morning was to do paperwork, and which I just did, and then when the light got better, be able to go out and shoot some drone stuff or some other things. But I think the weather's having a change of plans. I heard some rumbling a little bit ago, and it's been moving from the west this way, so I guess, I don't know. I'm really not good with these stay around all day days. And especially since I got all the batteries charged. It looked like it was going to be a fine day. Charged all the batteries up, ready to roll. Said I got to do that paperwork for that accounting stuff. Got that done. Come out here. What do you do on a rainy morning? Have a nap. Or actually, any morning will do. So, you know, we do a lot of different channels for Eleuthera, which is the Facebook page, website, Instagram, YouTube, and I'd like to get more into interviewing local people so that we can get a different perspective as opposed to just Todd's perspective of the island and stuff. So the first person we're going to be talking to is a local builder that I've worked with for the last almost a year now, huh?
Yeah, nearly a year.
Yeah, nearly a year. So I'm going to introduce you to...
Jamaal Henfield.
And where do you live?
Tarpenby, Eleuthera.
Forever?
Yeah, all my life. Born and bred.
Born and bred?
Born and bred, yes.
Okay. So how long have you been a builder?
Contractor? Well, I've been in construction for like 15 years. Been, well, trying to do my own thing for like about the past 10 years or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what type of work do you do? Wood, block, both?
Both wood and block.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which do you like better?
I like the wood better.
Why?
Easier.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's another one for you, because you know we'll talk about construction. A lot of people ask me questions about construction. So what do you think is the hardest part of doing construction on this island? Or probably any island, but particularly this one.
And then for me, just the heat.
Just the heat?
Yeah, basically. I mean, for me, I love construction, so only the heat is be a beater most of the time. But other than that, you know, it's
okay.
Right.
What about things like the fun we're having with shipments and delays and boats?
Yeah, well,
you're probably more used to that than I am.
Yeah, you know, I've been doing it for a little while, so we're used to the delays and can't find this, so you gotta run around. So I'm kind of used to it. So
right. But
yeah.
It happens, as you know, everybody knows, fairly frequently. Like now we're waiting for some lumber to be ordered, delivered,
yeah.
And then you have to, you know, wait and pray that they put it on the boat, and then the boat comes over here. It doesn't have motor problems or one thing or another.
Yeah.
So, have you worked all over Eleuthera? Or do you work all over Eleuthera? Like if somebody contacted you from like, say up by Whale Point or someplace like that, would you go up there, or totally depends on the project?
Yeah, definitely I'll go. Yeah, well, it all depends, but I'll go. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what kind of things do you know, like if somebody contacts you and they want the whole thing, they want you to do part of the project, tell everybody what part, like I could do the whole thing or I can do...
Well, I could do the whole thing. I mean, if they want it from the ground up, I could do that, or if they just want the roof on, or they just want some walls up.
Okay.
So basically, you know, anything from the ground up I could do, so.
Okay. All
yeah.
Right. So, what else was I going to ask you?
That's what you sent for me. That's what you said.
Okay, but you know, Jamaal and I have worked together, like I said in the beginning, coming up on almost a year now.
Yeah.
And it's been probably a learning curve for both of us, right?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
But you know, I can tell you that the work Jamaal and the people we have working for us now do is absolutely wonderful. Okay, the finishes are great. They have just, I mean, I'm sure since working up there, up at Potlatch, your concepts of
Yeah. Definitely, yeah. It's been a learning experience. A fun one, though. A fun learning experience.
Right, like one of the things we're doing right now is laying teak floors.
Yeah.
And Jamaal had never laid solid wood floors.
No.
So he's up for any kind of challenges, whether it's a big project, a repair, or renovation. And I can tell you, I totally recommend anything you need to do. Give him a call, send him an email, and I'm going to put that down in the links below. So you'll be able to contact him. Then he can discuss whatever your needs are, and hopefully, if you've got something, or somebody that you know needs some work, you'll give him a call, and he'll be more than happy to help you.
Yeah, very well.
Great. Thanks, Jamaal.
All right, no problem.
I was just looking at, I'm actually downloading some video stuff. So while that was downloading into the computer off the cards, I started doing some reading. And it's sort of confirming what I'd been guessing, was that in the Facebook realm, I'm seeing numbers going down. And what basically it said was that in Facebook, I think it was in 18 to 29-year-olds, they hit 44% have deleted their Facebook app altogether. Oop, gone. Something like that. And it had varying things, but it was, if you remember a while ago, I talked about, like content overload. There's just so much of it. You don't know which ones are real, which ones aren't real. And there's just such a constant influx. And that's what Facebook, of course, wants you to do. They want you to be like, the alcoholic of Facebook. You can't go any period of time without looking at Facebook, because if you don't look at Facebook, advertisers aren't going to advertise. They don't make any money. Big problems for them. But I've been seeing that, in my statistics and numbers and stuff like that, in the analytics part, that it has been dwindling. We're not getting the same responses out of posts. It's changed. So what I'm going to do about that, I haven't quite decided. I have a couple ideas. But I think, like I said before, we're heading down a different road now. And it's the whole internet thing is going to be changing. How content is put out, when content is put out. So I'm playing with different ideas, and I have to think them through before I put them out there publicly. We have the whole money issue to deal with. Our paid subscriptions, I don't know how it's going to be, but there's going to be a point where people just start to tune out. They'll either delete things, they won't look, they'll make a conscious effort, and if you look at some of the stuff that even Apple's doing, the new phone programs are going to have like I think it's like a do not disturb or something like that, so that you can set it so that you don't get any notifications from this point to this point, or it won't even show you, or because that to me signals that these big companies already realize there's a potential issue with this massive amount of content that's going out, that people are just getting overloaded with it. And when they get overloaded, instead of being able to just cut themselves down, these companies are giving them ways to sort of wean them off that content. How it's going to turn out, I don't know. I mean, it's not going to go away, but it is going to evolve. Social media is going to evolve into something else. What that is, I'm not sure yet. But I think you're going to see the demographics of who uses what platform are going to be changing, because You know, if Facebook becomes mostly, say, a 40 to up group, that's going to be a whole different marketing thing that people are going to have to use. They seemingly have lost almost half of their 18 to 29. So they need to do something. Otherwise, they're going to disappear. They can't withstand. How it's going to change, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure it's going to change. I don't get to do a lot of, I could, but I just don't have the time really during the week to do a lot of experimenting cooking. So tonight I'm going to start up the grill in a little bit, and then I'm going to take this chicken, these breasts, and I already put balsamic vinegar, that's the brown stuff, and black pepper. So I'm interested to see how that come out, because I think as it soaks in, a lot of the vinegary taste will be burnt away, but the sweeter part of the balsamic vinegar should stay. And I'm also doing burgers and some sausages, so that way I don't have to cook as much. So we'll see how this comes out. I'm also hoping that I had Jamaal over. We did that little interviewy thing, and then I've been sort of trying to get rid of as much of my chore list as possible, cleaning, vacuuming, dishes, laundries, etc., so that hopefully tomorrow, on Sunday, I'll be able to get out with the drone, get some footage. I think it's only supposed to be partly cloudy. I don't think we're supposed to have any rain. So that's my plan. Here's one I'm sure you'll appreciate. This is garlic. That's a whole bulb of garlic. And that is going to go into that, which is the potatoes. And I'm going to mash them all together so I get hopefully a strong taste. So you're probably thinking right now, okay, Todd must have lost his mind. He's going to put all that garlic in those potatoes. But here's the fact of the matter. See the bottom of the garlic? What we get here, see how it's all trimmed? This is Chinese garlic. And Chinese garlic, by law, has to have all the roots trimmed off like that. So Chinese garlic, that's all we can get here, has nowhere near the taste that good American garlic does. And unfortunately, Chinese garlic, I think, is 90% of the garlic in the world. So someday I'm going to go back to growing it. We used to grow hundreds and hundreds of pounds of, in varying degrees of, varying varieties of garlic. And I can tell you, the taste is totally different. So much better. This is like, I'm going to put all that in there and probably go, garlic, maybe? Not sure. I just tested the potatoes with the uncooked whole cloves of garlic. And I just took a, 1 spoonful, which had 2 cloves of garlic in it. 2 cloves. Hint of garlic. God, I hate Chinese garlic. Especially being Italian. I know what garlic's supposed to taste like. And that's not it. Well, unfortunately, the chicken was good, but it didn't come out the way I wanted it to. I thought there would be sort of a sweeter taste, like when the balsamic vinegar sort of cooked off, the sweet part would stay. Didn't work. It's experimenting, right? And Chinese garlic, not good at all. It's bitter. It just doesn't have a good garlic taste. So I ate it, but reluctantly.